Hey everyone, it's Dragon Jace. Welcome back to Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. I didn't have a video out yesterday. I'd already mentioned reason why in my last couple of videos, just because of it being Christmas, so just decided to go ahead and start publishing videos again today, Friday. And so your next one, I'm still going to do the every other day schedule for as long as I can muster, and I'm still on break for another week, so I'm going to have another video uploaded for y'all on Sunday as well. Last video was shorter than the hour that I've been trying for good reason. It was just dense. It was really dense. Getting into a lot of like theories about who Archer was, because we now know that the dreams that we've been seeing, all but one, the dreams that we've been seeing have actually been Ren's dreams and Archer's memories. And right now, I'm leaning that Archer is Kiritsugu, Shirou's adoptive father. And yeah, I won't get into all my reasons for why I think that. That's obviously explained in that last video. So if you want to see why I think that right now, you can go watch that. Please don't spoil who it is or anything like that. You guys have been awesome generally when it comes to like spoilers and stuff like that, and it's made this experience like super duper nice. The fact that no auto, the fact that y'all let me just kind of like ramble, and I mean, not that you're letting me, but like you seem to enjoy me rambling and over my ideas of what may or may not happen, and you just say that's a cool thought, can't talk about it. That's really, really appreciated, seriously. So thank y'all for that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Shirou's waking up, getting ready for breakfast. Getting ready to make breakfast. Or we're just heading straight out the door. Saber sees me off as I leave the house. I guess a lot of the other stuff would just be like a redundant scene of like, oh, Fujine, Saber, and then going out the door. I've gotten used to this lifestyle, and the morning passes by smoothly without anything particular happening. It's only been like 4 days, and you're like, I'm so used to it. This has been my whole life for a year now. It's been like a handful of days. I don't see Tosaka by the school gate. Since the only lead we had, Issei, ended up innocent, I bet she's busy running around gathering information. Yeah, but this is my problem too. I need to do some investigating as well. But the question is, how to do that? Tosaka's probably investigating the people at school, so I should investigate the building one more time. Well, it's not like we'll be able to conveniently find out what we didn't know before. I used the break in the first half of lunch to look around school, but I couldn't find any abnormalities. I don't know. Not seeing Tosaka. I wonder if they're gonna do something else with it, and it's not actually her looking around for anything. If it's maybe she's actually like not doing well, or like stuck somewhere, somehow, some way, sort of deal. That would be my guess right now, that she's not actually, you know... God, I'm losing my train of thought, because I'm playing around with something at the same time as talking to y'all, and that's not helping. Anyway, let's keep searching. I don't know what you are doing, but good luck. He must have finished lunch already, as Issei acknowledges my efforts while reading an old poetry anthology. I love poetry anthologies. I just like, even like short story anthologies, I really like. I have a small collection of them, and I need to be better about like when I'm in the mood to read, but I don't know what. I feel like those would be the perfect things to just like go over to and get a quick little, like little snack. You know, not getting a whole meal, but just getting a little snack in. Thanks, I'll be having tea since I'm gonna eat lunch. Wait, where's the teapot? Oh, it's here. But we have only kelp tea. Is that all right? Then I'll just have plain hot water. I just can't handle how thick kelp tea is. I've never had kelp tea. I didn't even realize that exists. I see, I see. Then I'll get green tea from the teacher's office tomorrow. What's the deal with just drinking straight hot water? The purest quote-unquote hot water I've had has been like warm water with salt in it, because that's what my parents would make me drink when like you lose a tooth. They would make me like swish warm salt water in my mouth. I'll leave a rather cheerful Issei to himself and pour myself water before I sit at the table. Guess I'll dig in. I clap my hands together and open my lunch. And at the same time, someone knocks on the door. Oh, there's someone at the door, you say? At this time. Issei slowly goes to the door. Oh, yeah, it's just the teacher. The visitor is Mr. Kuzuki. So, if it wasn't Issei, one of the other named characters that we have is Mr. Kuzuki, and I wouldn't be terribly shocked if he was Caster's master. Maybe we'll find a little bit of information that maybe he's like associated with the temple in this interaction. The teacher in charge of the student council. I run into him often, and I bet he thinks I let myself into the student council room overly frequently. I quietly eat my ground chicken lunch. You just have ground chicken, nothing else, no rice, nothing. He must have nothing to report today, as Issei and Mr. Kuzuki are just chatting. I have lunch on my food. I work on finishing up. Mr. Kuzuki, it's almost time. I see. Sorry to take up your time. I'm sure you know without being told, but don't forget to lock up. Make sure you leave school on time. Yes, I know. Mr. Kuzuki leaves and Issei comes back in a rather good mood. Wow, that was a rarity. Souichirou Kuzuki chatting with a student. And with a normally rather shy Issei. Well, they might get along because they're both stubborn, but it's still odd. Most of y'all are stubborn. I think most people in general are usually fairly stubborn. Well, okay. Not all. A lot. A lot of people I know are very stubborn. Hey, Issei. I think I'm gonna guess that Issei and Kuzuki, I already forget his name, that they're comfortable with each other because they know each other outside of the school, such as at the temple. What, Amiya? You know, I've been wondering for a while, but are you close with Mr. Kuzuki? Are y'all, like, gay secret lovers is what I'm really trying to ask here? Like, is that a thing? Oh, he's surprised. No, it's fine if it's private. Oh, wait. Oh, this is Shirou talking. No, it's fine if it's private. I just thought that was the case, so don't worry about it. He breaks out in a sweat like, he found out. Oh no, that's not it. I just realized I hadn't told you. It's only natural that we're close. Mr. Kuzuki is like a big brother to me. Huh? Mr. Kuzuki is like Issei's big brother? Huh? What do you mean? I said he's like my big brother. Souichirou, Mr. Kuzuki, has been staying at our place for the past 3 years or so. As you can see, he's rather plain and sincere, living under the same roof as him. I've come to respect him. It's natural that I would look up to him as an older brother. Like I said, there's going to be some little tidbit of information that Mr. Kuzuki is also at the temple, and here we go. Very clearly, he's going to be the master. Kuzuki, well, I say very clearly, and I thought the same thing with Issei, and, you know, that turned out differently. Kuzuki lives at Ryudou Temple? Oh, I feel like the back of my head has been hit, but I force myself to stay calm on the outside and ask Issei to continue. Oh, yeah, you said there's a woman lately, right? Just because, don't ask too much about her, because you will get stabbed. You said there's a woman lately, right? Does Kuzuki know about her? He doesn't just know her. She's his fiancée. We're letting her borrow a room until they hold their wedding. Oh. Yeah, that adds up. ... A second shock. Issei, I don't think you would just call her some new woman in that case. I try my best to object through dizziness. Well, she is certainly new, and we're not well acquainted. Even if she's Mr. Kuzuki's fiancée, that's all I can say about her if I don't even know her name. Issei ends the conversation, clearly uncomfortable. You would have thought that the person of, like, 3 years who's, quote-unquote, your older brother would maybe clue you in on, like, a fiancé that he's been dating all this time and given you a name at some point over the course of 3 years. Issei ends the conversation, clearly uncomfortable. Anyways, regardless of this source, this is news I can't ignore. Souichirou Kuzuki commutes from Ryudou Temple, and a woman who is staying at Ryudou Temple. I heard that Mr. Kuzuki's fiancée showed up about a month ago. Which, if remembering correctly, Kirei, when we went and saw him at the temple, like the first night when we summoned Saber, he said that the first to get summoned was Caster. So showing up a month ago would follow that timeline. If that was Caster, then we pretty much have our answer. Yeah. Puzzle pieces fit a little too well together on that one. So that's what I heard. ... In class after school, there's only 10 minutes until we have to go home, but I tell Tosaka about Mr. Kuzuki. What do you think? Considering Issei's situation as well, I don't think we should suspect him just because he lives at the temple. I had a burp. I felt it coming there for a second, so I went silent. Oh. Okay. Mr. Kuzuki, huh? He doesn't have the presence of a master since he's not even a mage to start with. Well, we didn't think Shinji had much of a presence either, but, you know, that turned out differently, didn't it? I don't know if she's even listening to me as she frowns like she's not convinced. Not a mage. Well, that's good. We can count Kuzuki out then. Ah! Why? Someone that suspicious has to be a master. Okay, I guess I'm starting to get used to this. But I still can't keep up with Tosaka's thought process. I wonder if there's any kind of way that they can, like, they may have talked about this before. If there's a way that they can mask their presence as a master or as a mage. Well, ambush him tonight. I'll try pulling some strings so he'll have to stay the night shift. So, you be ready too. How could you force a teacher to stay the night shift? Are you going to ask for tutoring or something? Hold on, we can't do that. Getting him on the night shift? Are you saying we'll fight him tonight? Of course, there's no guarantee that Kuzuki will come to school tomorrow. We can't afford to wait. We'll make him stay at school until night and test him on his way home to see if he's a master or not. Let me ask, just in case. How are we gonna test if he's a master or not? Using force, just like I did to you. That is not what happened between the two of us. That is not what happened. You already knew I was a master, and then you just went in on it. Well, no, that's not true. I'm thinking of when she was firing bullets at me at the school. She's probably referring to, like, when Saber was first summoned and then I had to tell her to stop, or not kill Archer. The way she says that sounds oddly honeyed. She really does like pushing people around. Maybe in another lifetime the two of us fought over a playground's peace as children. I'm against it. There's gotta be a less violent way to check. There's no need to take such dangerous measures. It's not dangerous. I'm not indiscriminate, you know. I'm just going to shoot a light gander at him from the shadows. Even if he's an ordinary citizen, he'll only be bedridden with a cold for a couple of days. It's fine. Oh, well, that's a problem too. If Mr. Kuzuki is really a master, then we'll get into battle right then and there. As long as we attack first, we won't be able to talk to him. You don't get it. That's even more favorable for us. What part of it are you calling dangerous, Amiya? You also don't get it. I'm saying that's dangerous for you. Aw, he cares. Misaka must have finally realized as she pauses. But only for an instant. I think she's more shocked that you care. I see. That's fine. I'll just do it by myself then. She decides just like that. Dang it, I guess there's no use saying anything to Misaka since she's made up her mind. Fine. I'll go with you. I don't know what kind of crazy things you would do if I let you be. She'd be fine. That's my line. I was wondering what you were gonna say. It's time to go home. Let's meet at 7 p.m. at the park under the bridge. It'll most likely turn into a battle, so you better be prepared. So bring Saber. Basically, the only way that I can prepare myself. Maybe bring an actual sword with me too. She looks away and starts walking. I leave the classroom after her. Well, this is cool. It's been a while since there's been a fight. Been a couple days. So, we will ambush Caster's master tonight. Well, we don't know for sure yet if Kuzuki is the master, but that's pretty much the plan. I give Saber a detailed account of today's events as soon as I get home. Saber agrees with Misaka and already seems roused by the prospect. So, we won't be training today. I'll prepare dinner right away, so let's get ready for tonight. Wait, is it bad to eat before going to battle? Why are you asking such a thing? I will believe there will be a problem if we are on empty stomachs during battle. Well, I thought it might be too heavy on this. Well, don't make, like, milk and, like, clam chowder and stuff. Like, make something light but filling. Like, with lots of carbs. We don't even have an hour left, so it might be better if... Oh my gosh, we're gonna restart this line. That's what we're gonna do. Well, I thought it might be too heavy on the stomach. We don't even have an hour left, so it might be better to eat dinner once we come back home. If you come back home. Not to be ominous. Oh, no. I do not think that this is the case. It is also the quality of a warrior to be able to quickly digest anything we consume. Okay, cool. Sure, whatever. Don't agree, but alright. Well, I do not think meals are much of a problem if anyone has been training and has led a proper lifestyle. She just wants food. So, does that mean I can cook dinner? Yes, I believe we will have more energy that way. I also just am a big back and would really like food. I see. Well, I've also trained so that I can move right after I eat, so I guess there's no problem. But, well, I'll still make something light just in case. That's what I said to do. People don't listen. Then I'll be in the living room, but what about you, Saber? I shouldn't bother you. I shall stay and clear my mind for now, and meditate and sing battle hymns to myself. I guess she means to meditate. Got it. I'll come get you once dinner's ready. I come in and she just like, it's gone Super Saiyan on us. Her hair is all spiked up, yellow, the whole ordeal. The ground is cracking around her. I leave the dojo. It's completely dark outside. We're meeting at 7 p.m. So that means that we will ambush Mr. Kuzuki an hour after that. If Mr. Kuzuki is a master, then we'll have to fight. Caster is a cautious servant. If she found out that her master was attacked, we won't get another chance. Then we have to make sure that it's fatal if we are going to attack. We can't let the opponent escape and don't have the luxury of fleeing ourselves. No matter the opponent, in order to stop Caster from attacking all the people in the town, we must defeat her master. If all goes well, we'll take away his command spells, and he won't be a master anymore. It's kind of weird that our focus has shifted on Caster so heavily. Granted, it's not like we ever agreed with Archer, but Archer did have the point of, when we first met Caster, he made the point of, if we kill her, it's going to be harder for us later on to kill Berserker, versus if we get her to kill Berserker, then we can go kill her. And I don't know if Berserker's dead or not dead, what the condition of Berserker and Ilya and all that is. So, don't know. So it's weird that we so heavily shifted to focusing on this. Obviously, that it became a natural shift because we were concerned about Shinji, and then with Caster killing Ryder, or we're assuming Caster killing Ryder, and also Caster being in quote-unquote our turf at the school, it makes sense that we would try to go after her, but it's just against Archer's logic. Not that he was ever in the driver's seat, but as much as Shirou doesn't like it, I think Archer does have a point, regardless of how brutal said point is. Oh yeah, I have to take a weapon. A weapon from here. The easiest thing to pass energy through is probably a wooden sword. My success rate of strengthening has been going up recently, so even a wooden sword would become a good weapon. That is only the case for a normal fight. I'll need a better weapon to fight against the servant or master. It's also been interesting, in the Fate route, Shirou didn't grow much in his own ability. I mean, he did somewhat, but and there's so much focus on like him getting trained, and now he's just very naturally blossoming. And I think that's because he has like a clear goal in mind, with a clear goal being Archer and his fighting style. So I think that paints a picture for Shirou for him to really easily follow through with, versus him just kind of wandering in the dark of what his fighting style or what he should be focused on. If I were being greedy, swords like his, yeah. I imagine what I saw in my dream, black and white twin swords. They're a length that even I'd feel comfortable using, and ultimately I would be able to fight decently enough with them. I could protect myself without being a burden to Saber, and be able to proudly say that I'm her master. Man, there's no use in wishing for something I don't have, idiot. I wonder if he'll project them. He projected when we... So the first, like, I think, well, no, Ryder was a pretty major fight before Berserker was in the Fate route. But, like, things really came to a head at about a little past the halfway point of the Fate route with Berserker and Ilya and all that. And us having to kill Berserker, and then we summon Caliburn, I think that's the name of the sword, in order to kill him. So it'd be interesting if we still end up projecting something to take down Caster or Assassin, and if we end up projecting those twin blades. Issei and head to the porch, because that's the sword that keeps on coming to his mind, whereas in the Fate route, the sword that kept on coming to his mind was Caliburn. I'll just do what I can do. For now, I'll put my energy and strength into making dinner. Saber is so serious, but it seems like she looks forward to meals. It has secretly been my joy to make her happy with them. Yeah, I think that's a part of their friendship that they're really enjoying with each other. They were, when they weren't like bickering with each other like they were in the last route and had the whole romantic interest in each other, they worked really well together. It's 7 p.m. Tosaka's came right on time. Sorry to keep you waiting. It took a while since I was getting the necessary thing. I mean, you're here at 7. You're fine. How's your preparation? ... I hand her the practice sword bag. There's a bokuto, a wooden sword, inside. This is all the preparation I can do. She's so disappointed. Well, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, we have Saber for hand-to-hand combat. You might just end up watching. Did she not bring Archer? That's true. As long as Saber is here, all I have to do is back her up. Well, I find it hard to think of a situation where I actually need to watch her back. Rin, why is Archer not here? That's what I was asking. Then, with a sharp look, Saber asks a question. Huh? Tosaka, you didn't bring Archer? Yes, I left him home. We're doing a surprise attack tonight, so we don't need him if we have Saber, right? To be honest, I don't want him anywhere near Caster. Okay, I would... Alright, Alright, I would have ensured our chances, but that's just me. Tosaka starts walking. I don't know what she's thinking, but that means that we won't have the help of Archer this time. Also, Archer has more ranged abilities, and Caster's ranged. Assassins could show up. You know, like, I think that's kind of a dumb idea, but alright, whatever. Time passes. We have to cross this intersection to get to Ryudou Temple from school. It's already taken an hour to set up for our territory. The simple bounded field set up by Tosaka. We're screwed if we're seen, but the soundproofing is perfect. Nobody would even notice if a missile exploded here. Except for the gaping hole and the cloud. What are they called? The shroom cloud? Mushroom cloud? According to Tosaka. The surrounding area is too quiet. Might also be because Tosaka's field is working, but everything feels too lifeless. It's already been 7 days since the Holy Grail War started. Seems like the town's spirit is being slowly stripped away without anyone noticing. He's here. Hi to Mia. I moved to the wall. I don't know why you would grunt, moan as you go for cover. Seems like it would kind of blow the cover. I can't even hear the footsteps. There's a figure beneath the streetlight. A tall and lean physique. That familiar figure is definitely Souichirou Kuzuki. Mr. Kuzuki passes by in front of us with his usual orderly footsteps. He's too defenseless. I'm assaulted with the feeling that Mr. Kuzuki might be innocent. Hey, Tosaka, don't you think Mr. Kuzuki might be innocent after all? I still hold to the theory, even though it's not Issei, I still hold to the idea that Archer had brought up of the person that is Caster's master may be completely oblivious to the war as a whole. Or just very heavily manipulated in some way. Maybe they're aware of the war, but like they just can't help the actions that they have to carry out, or maybe they're just not, like they're aware, but they're not really involved. So I don't think that Mr. Kuzuki is going to be like some evil mastermind or anything. Caster is very much in the driver's seat. Well, we'll find out soon. Tosaka seems to be half in doubt as well. Seems like she's still carrying on with her plan, as she points her index finger towards Mr. Kuzuki. Gondor. It is a curse that lowers the target's physical ability, considered to be a simple magecraft. Tosaka's is more like a gunshot instead of Gondor, but I'm sure she'll lower the intensity of this time. Are you ready, Amiya? She whispers. There's still time. The possibility that Souichirou Kuzuki is innocent. Isn't there another way, other than Gondor, to check if he's a master or not? It's been my gut feeling not to shoot down this man. That's been my gut feeling. I think that's also kind of what Shirou's going for too. So since both of us are kind of in line with that, let's go for it. Let's stop her. We can't do this. This method is too violent. Tosaka, hold on. This is too rash. It's too late. I won't quit now. Gah! Tosaka sticks out her left hand. A black shot is released, followed by the sound of something piercing the air. Sound of something piercing the air. ... She must have said something aloud on purpose. The Gondor's speed is slow, and the black haze flies towards Kuzuki like a change-up pitch. A wind of disease that will cause him to be bedridden for 2 days. But 2 days of not being able to move would be fatal for a master. There has to be some kind of reaction to Mr. Kuzuki is a master. Crap! Tosaka moves. Kuzuki doesn't react. Tosaka's Gondor mercilessly hits Souichirou Kuzuki's head. Well, it is interrupted just before that. A robe suddenly appears in the space between them. Mm-hmm. The man who is supposed to be hit by the Gondor looks at us, as if he knew that we were here all along. Tosaka! I immediately pull the wooden sword out of the bag and put magical energy into it. I don't have the time to be fumbling around with strengthening. Oh, look. It's our friend. I don't know if it's actually her, or if it's just a copy of her. The swirl of cloth in front of Kuzuki now takes shape. Slender limbs appear from the indigo robe. Teleportation. They're just... These poses are so static. I'll screenshot just in case I need to use these, but... Actual teleportation is considered true magic in this modern world. This dark witch, Caster, uses such a mystic with ease and appears before us. I have warned you, Souichirou. I told you to stay at the temple since things like this can happen. She must not think anything of us, as Caster talks calmly to her master, Kuzuki. Yet, this is not bad. We've managed quite the catch. True, the fish aren't that large, but there's no doubt that no spacing, thank you, is a worthy bounty. Now then, come on out, you foolish mages, plural, ... It'd be difficult to run now. No, if Caster and her master are in front of us, then all there is to do is fight them, even if this is the middle of the town. But before that, are you not gonna come out? That's too bad. I at least wanted to see what you looked like. What's with that fox? She already knows who we are. Tosaka curses in her hiding spot. She must have heard that. I'll give you 3 seconds before I send your own spell back at you, little girl. Caster says cheerfully and points her hands towards us. Oh, yeah, she can do that. The absurdity of what she did before returns to my mind. She's not that naive. I'm sure she would destroy this whole area along with the wall that we're hiding behind. Amiya, jump out when I give the signal. Saber, are you ready? I sense her nodding behind me. But there's something that I need to confirm before that. Sorry, do that later, Tosaka. Huh? I don't wait for her reply. I go out to the intersection from the shelter, wooden sword in hand. He looks so undefended. Just this crappy piece of wood. I mean, it's probably well made, but still up against, like, a person that could just, like, launch a magical nuke at you whenever she wants to. Hey, Shirou! Chisaka must not have it in her to leave me alone in this and follows me out. Ara. Oh, this is unexpected. Do you understand your position better now, boy? Caster watches us calmly. Kuzuki stands next to her. The distance between us is about 10 meters. No matter how I think about it, Caster's fingertips would be much faster than me running to them. ... With full knowledge of the situation, I step forward. I have to do something before we fight. That is... Kusaka and Emiya, So you two are masters as well, like Mato. Although you are mages, fate certainly still has its way with you. To confirm the identity of Souichirou Kuzuki as the one Caster is protecting. What is it, Emiya? You have something to ask. He asks in his usual manner. I don't feel the presence of a mage from Mr. Kuzuki. No, I don't even feel a desire for victory in this so-called war. Then... Kuzuki, has Caster put you up to this? It's possible that Mr. Kuzuki is being manipulated by Caster, like Archer said. I think so. Until I get this cleared up, I just can't fight him. I can feel Caster's desire to kill me. That alone tells me that question is off limits for her. But should kind of hint at the answer for you. Shut up, boy. I should kill you. Yet her words are not quite a threat. However... Hold on. Why are you asking that, Emiya? Mr. Kuzuki stops in his usual manner. Why do you keep on saying in his usual manner, or like the way he usually does? There must be a reason for your question. Tell me. My throat is dry. It must be Caster's murderous glare. The woman in the indigo robe tells me without words that she'll kill me if I say something wrong. Oh, he doesn't know that he's being manipulated. I bear it and... I don't know how you became a master, but you're a decent person, right? There's no way that you're overlooking what Caster's doing. But since it seems like you are, I just thought that you might not know about it. I glare back at Caster. What Caster is doing? Yeah, she's holding up in Ryudou Temple and collecting magical energy from the people in this town. The coma incidents that have been happening recently are all her doing. The victim count has been increasing as well. As long as Caster continues stealing magical energy, I'm sure there will be people who will die eventually. She said that everyone in this town is a sacrifice. It won't be long before it's too late. I see. That is what you mean. A virtuous person would not let Caster be. Are you about to say you're not a virtuous person? Yet, as I am letting her run free as her master, you thought I may be under her sway in some fashion. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, so. Wrong theory, I guess. Yeah, if you're still letting her be while knowing what she's doing, then you're just a murderer. I won't hold back, but it's a different story if you're being manipulated in all of this. We'll just defeat Caster. No. This is the first I've heard of this. Okay, so first you've heard of it and like you told her already to do whatever, or first you heard of it and you're kind of like, oh, I really wish that wasn't the case. His statement leaves no room for interpretation. He doesn't seem to be lying either. Souichirou Kuzuki is the same as when he lectures at school. Whew. Though relieved, I still keep my guard up against Caster. She looks like she's about to, like, wet herself. Mr. Kuzuki is also a victim if he's being manipulated. So all that's left is to defeat Caster. However, Emiya, are Caster's actions really so bad? And yet still, Souichirou Kuzuki says this as well. What are you? Does not concern me how many strangers die. Besides, Caster has not taken anyone's life. Though, I dare say, Caster, you've chosen a half-hearted measure. If you're gonna do such a thing, you might as well take their life. What? The way he says it is no different than usual. Okay. Well, he's a lot more cold-hearted than what we thought. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this part of him that we're seeing versus, like, how Issei perceives him, how we saw him at school as, like, a more righteous person. The way he says it is no different than usual. If he was just, like, faking it, if it was genuine, and this is just a very weird, odd way of expressing it. He gives his honest opinion. Souichirou Kuzuki is the same as when he lectures at school. Are you gonna involve innocent people in this? Other people are irrelevant. Well, I suppose you've correctly guessed my true nature. I am not a mage. I'm just a murderer, spending his days wasting away. Like, are you a serial killer kind of murderer? Kuzuki takes a step back. He watches us from behind Caster. You are correct to assume I am Caster's puppet. I do not care about the Holy Grail War. If Caster and the two of you are going to kill each other, I will simply observe. Then how did you bring her into, like, existence, or, like, summon her? If you just didn't want a part of it, didn't care. So you were just, like, true neutral. You just don't want a hand in any of it, and don't really care. Most of all, I value my own life. I do not care what Caster is scheming. I just kill whoever gets in my way. Or a neutral evil sort of deal. Do as you wish, Caster. It is up to you whether you let them live or die. Caster stands in front of us, smiling in victory. So they're both underhanded foxes. Tosaka clicks her tongue and doesn't move. Oh, was that Tosaka saying that? Or rather, she can't move. Whatever, it was good enough. In terms of skill as a mage, we aren't a match for Caster, even put together. For masters who claim to be mages, an opponent like Caster far exceeds what we're capable of. Well, Saber has good magic resistance, right? So just throw her at her. I see. Then you do not mind dying here, Caster's master. Huh? A voice behind me. Before I can turn around. Saber going in for the kill. The Knight of the Sword, the servant Saber, dashes forward. Saber! My voice can't even keep up. Saber, already clad in silver, charges towards Kuzuki like a gust of wind. Stop right there, Saber. Caster confronts her with a spell. Pop, pop, pop. The thing goes gra. A scot, scot, blah, 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 whatever the song does. That was awful. She recites 5 verses. If Saber is a gust of wind for completing 10 meters in a breath, then Caster must be lightning for casting a spell even faster. A bolt of lightning from a raging storm. 5 bullets of light are shot in less than a second and stab at Saber like fatal thorns. I can't tell if she's dodging or if she's just taking it. This is another one I want a screenshot of. Magic resistance. No! I do not know of any knight who can defend against my magecraft. Caster screams. Even Archer had to dodge Caster's spell, but Saber is nullifying it just by glaring at it. Yet her focus is not on Caster. Her target, the opponent that she must slash, is none other than the master, Souichirou Kuzuki. Saber slashes Kuzuki without hesitation. Lord Souichirou. Silence returns to the intersection. Saber is frozen after slashing her sword. Everyone here assumes the match is decided because of how quick the attack was. Yes. Everyone except Souichirou Kuzuki, who stands there calmly. There has to be more. Okay, what are we interluding to? Who are we going to? There has to be more to Kuzuki than just this. Charge, halt, attack. Having repelled all of Castor's divine words, Saber concluded the match without any opening for a counterattack. Oh, we're just cutting over to Saber and her perspective. The speed at which she charges, the force of her planted feet, and the horizontal line her sword draws brings an unavoidable strike. She swings her invisible sword at the enemy master. A perfectly timed attack. With a slash so satisfying, it would sever a large tree. Saber splits Souichirou Kuzuki in twain. I love that word, twain. In twain. No, it should have split him in two. What? She gasps in bewilderment. Her eyes must be playing tricks. Saber stares at the enemy before her in astonishment, still mid-swing. What happened? Impossible. Comprehension eludes her. The fatal attack cut a perfect line. That attack is stopped. Just shy of the enemy's body, the sword was caught between his leg and arm? Caught between his leg and arm? What do you mean? Is such a miracle like lodged in it, or we'll just have to see. Is such a miracle possible? The sword has been stopped by her enemy, Souichirou Kuzuki. Between raised knee and cocked elbow, the man stopped her high-speed slash by catching it in between his elbow and knee. ... Of course she's unaware. There's an Eastern martial arts technique that is used to catch an opponent's weapon with one's bare hands. And there are experts today who still practice it. Maybe he has some kind of martial art. I guess so. He has some kind of martial art background. I wonder if that has anything to do with him being at the temple, or why he's at the temple. Even then, she wouldn't have stood there with naked in amazement had it been a normal battle. But this is a servant battle, and the enemy is just a human. But to stop a fatal attack from a sword blade that cannot be seen with his bare hands, there's no way this man could possibly be sane. I mean, he's already said that he just doesn't give a hoot about any of this, so I don't know if he's perfectly sound and talking about, oh, I'll just kill someone, it don't bother me. You underestimated me, Saber. His voice is deep, as if echoing from the depths of the earth. Definitely not what I gave him. Saber's body moves. She tries to pull back her sword with all her might. In that instant, a sudden surprise blow strikes the back of her head. Huh? She doesn't understand what's going on at all. It is her first time fighting someone who can stop a sword without any arms or armor at all. Wait, was that attack done by his bare hands as well? She must have been punched. The back of her head was struck at such close range. She could feel her opponent's very breath. Yeah. She avoids it without knowing what it is. Something grazes their temple. Saber perceives that as the fist strengthened by some kind of magecraft and leaps backward. I don't know if he's not a mage. He can't use magecraft. I think that's just... he'd just be built like that. As she wields a long weapon, she is at a disadvantage at close range against an unarmed opponent. Saber retreats at a range where she can make use of her sword. She faces the enemy the entire time. Her only goal is to move out of the range advantageous to her opponent. With, not Kirei. Keep on wanting to call him Kirei. With Kuzuki's, Souichirou Kuzuki, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Kuzuki. Gosh, I lost my train of thought already. I wonder if he's killed someone before the Holy Grail, because he seems very just, like, calm about all of this. Like, way too calm about all of this. Way too calm about all of this. It is a basic, established tactic to pursue a retreating target, but he does not give chase. Though he will be defeated if he remains stationary, Caster's master does not move. He strikes her at the solar plexus. What's the solar plexus? Like, sternum? Oh, your diaphragm area? The wind is knocked out of her. She feels the impact. The attack is hindered by her armor, which keeps the blow from piercing her body. Piercing her body? It's his bare hand! What do you mean, piercing her body? The impacts continue. They are nothing more than human fists that precisely target her vital areas. She could even comprehend in time. By the time she realized that those stone-like fingers were the cause of impact, the match had already been decided. In whose favor? His? It seems like. The rain of fists repeat. His fists are fired in rapid succession, with an intensity and weight as if they were made of divine iron. How can it be explained? His arms are flexible like a whip, but only move at right angles. If his arms are shot out in a flash, the way his forearms follow are the technique of a demon. The barely perceptible blows target all of her vitals. He allows no counterattack. Even her arms are targeted, and that pain reaches her core, even through her armor. The attacks all come from the outside and shift inside. A wide swing of the arm changes direction, using the elbow as the fulcrum, attacking Saber from all directions. The past handful of, like, pages, I'll call them, slides, whatever have you, have literally just been, yeah, he's attacking me a lot. Oh, he attacks me a lot more. The attacks are keen and cause doling. Though not an instant death, each blow contributes to a slow-acting poison. That is the death that seeps in with each blow. Each blow cannot be avoided, and each strike alone is not enough to maim. But the pain numbs her mind each time, and with the opening from that, his fist seeks the back of her head once again, like the curling of Death's scythe. Intuition allows her to avoid it. The attacks going for her arms or chest are fine, but if the back of her head is struck, she's done for. That is, like, any blow to, like, your spine, especially there on your upper neck where it's really exposed, could do some serious damage. And so Saber concentrates her muddied mind on that one blow. He is a beast that can block her sword empty-handed. Intuition alone gives her the insight necessary to face this unknown style that she has never faced the likes of. You dodged them quite well, even though you are still confused. Okay, I think him wanting to throw hands is going to be better. The enemy's arm stops. His stance is like his fists, firm like rock. I see. It's not your eyes that are good, but your instinct. The man's body moves. What was different about this attack? Saber, able to avoid all fatal blows up until this point, could not evade the next blow. Her consciousness fades. The impact landing on the back of her head shakes her brain. Yeah. Even then, she raises both arms. So she's unconscious, but she's still fighting. Make your mind get up. The man's attack cannot penetrate her armor. Then, the man will go for her unprotected face. Saber raises both her arms and protects her own face. Gah! The impact weaves past her limbs. It is like a snake that crawls through a dense forest. The enemy's fist expertly makes its way through her upraised arms. Her consciousness drifts. The body of the metaphorical snake, his left elbow hammers into her collarbone. The idea of just someone just snapping your your collarbone with like a smack. Ah. Saber avoids it by retreating a short distance and adjusts the grip on her sword. The course of the fist after that, she prepares for the blow coming from the left that will change direction at the elbow and aim at the back of her head. She cannot afford to make light of him. If her opponent demands her consciousness, then so be it. In return, she will claim his arms. She opens her eyes. So she's going to trade blows with him deliberately and is astonished by the change. Using his elbow as the fulcrum, the blow comes straight down from above. The circular orbit of attacks up until now changed to a straight line. She immediately moves her neck to avoid the blow going for the top of her head. Ah! And fade to black. The impact falls on her shoulder. As she glares at the enemy for wrecking her shoulder, a freezing sensation shoots down her spine. The man cocks his upper body. His right arm, still his entire time, finally moves. At the height of her throat, his arm is released like a cannonball. Unlike the previous attack following a downward line, this jab comes straight in like a thrust. His fist flies at Saber. With such force and precision, it will skewer her. The blow comes with all his might and will easily pierce her throat, sever bone, and rip her head off. Easily? Easily. Okay. But it misses. Surprise attacks won't work on her. Intuition, like seeing the future, is hers to command. The snake's fist grazes past her neck. She got like observation hockey or something. Seeing that, she steps in to attack, but at that moment, whack, right beside her neck. An unbelievable sound. Ah! Oh! The snake's fang pierces her. Take another screenshot of that. The snake's fang pierces her. The instant Saber avoids his fist, his finger grabs her with a sickening crunch. Like an anchor Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna keep on grabbing these screenshots. These are good. The astonishment passes through her as a shudder. Yes, a hand is usually something used to grab, not punch. He must be receiving aid from Caster's magecraft, as his fingers easily crush Saber's neck. I didn't think about that. He could definitely be, for lack of not knowing a better term, strengthened. I mean, obviously he knows how to fight, clearly, but being strengthened certainly helps too. Saber raises her sword. She swings to cut off the enemy's arm before her neck is crushed. But she is unable to finish her attack. Shirou, step in, please! Before she can bring her sword down, her entire body is swung like a sword in his hands. She feels herself fly through the air. He swings like a baseball pitcher. While still holding Saber's neck, the man throws her with one arm. A fastball, using a person in place of a ball. Okay. Kind of made the baseball analogy already, but thanks for doing it again. There's no way she can break her fall. He tears away at her neck as he throws. She then smashes against the concrete wall at 200 kilometers per hour. I bet they're going to set up a very similar situation to what the whole Berserker scenario was like in the Fate route, where Saber is fatally injured. Shirou now has to like step up more to, you know, get the job done. Archer isn't here, not because of him being dead, but other reasons that are stupid and arbitrary. And then Rin is also here too. Her body is forced to shut down. Okay, interlude out. Peace. Peace out, Saber. We're back over to Shirou. Or maybe someone else, who knows. New interlude. Nope, it's Shirou. Okay, yeah, we're going to leave that one here. This is not Kuzuki being a master. That's not unexpected. I fully expected that. But I fully expected Archer to be right about him just being manipulated. And he's not being manipulated. He just couldn't care less about what Caster is doing. He's just like, oh, great, people dying? Cool, whatever. Not at all what I was expecting. So we'll see how this progresses in the next episode. Hope you guys are doing well today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.